Reddit, what was the worst thing you did as a horny teen? When I was in 6th grade, before everyone had a digital camera, I had a 7th grader scan her pussy and send it to me. This is the most absurd and hilarious thing I've read in at least a week. Masturbated while tubing down a river. My family was 200 yards behind me. They stayed back on purpose. They knew, dude. They knew. They always know. My mother was brave enough to ask me why the large container of Vaseline looked like somebody reached in and took a handful of the stuff. She realized immediately after she asked that question that she did not want an answer. I was told to find something better to do with my time, till masturbating is a hobby. Was really young, right before I really learned how to properly fap, but still exploring sexual stuff. I would do things like hump my pillow or carve a hole into a Nerf ball for my wang. All that was well and good until I tied my dick to my chair and then proceeded to trip over a stuffed animal, almost tripping my dick off. I still have the scars. Oh, the humanity. I tied my dick to my chair. I want this to be explained more. How was this supposed to go? Got an in-house suspension, which is when you have to sit in a room all day at school rather than stay at home. The room I had to stay in was attached directly to the vice principal's office. It had nothing in it except for a table and a chair. I was supposed to be doing homework all day. After a few hours of doing nothing and no one checking in on me, I beat the shit out of my dick, came on the carpet. I had a friend in elementary school that hid this. They checked on him, like clockwork, every 2 hours. He found out from another student that is how it worked. So the first 2 hours he did the piddly homework sheets he had, was in 5th grade, and then after the first check, he locked the door, set his watch to go off 5 minutes before the next check, and took a nap. He woke up each time 5 minutes before and unlocked the door and sat in front of his already done homework when they checked on him. Slept most of the day away. Being in 6th grade, he was a grade below me, and being his friend, I thought it was pretty cool, though I never tested the theory myself. I got 1 day in school suspension when I was in grade 4 or 5. I took a book I had read before, lay down on the couch, opened it to a random page, and put it on my chest. Then I fell asleep. When they came to check on me, I would wake up before they opened the door and quickly grab the book and start reading. When they left, I skipped forward a few pages and fell back asleep. One time I didn't wake up until they already saw me sleeping, and they started yelling at me for sleeping. So I told them I wasn't sleeping. I was just trying to visualize what I'd just read. Couch. Casually reading your own book. What kind of in-school suspension was this? I had 2 of those in a row. In the first one I did like 2 weeks of homework. In the second one I read a 900-page book. It doesn't sound like you were a particularly horny teen, unless the book was the 120 Days of Sodom. I think he was reading the junior novelization of Backdoor Sluts 9. I once tried masturbating with a Neapolitan ice cream bar. Not sure why I thought it would help, but I did it anyways. Yeah. Neapolitan is a classic amateur mistake. Chocolate is too sticky, and has a low melting point. Start with vanilla, and work your way up from there. Find what works for you. When I was 12, I used anything I could get my hands on to masturbate. Pens, hairbrush handles, and, most memorably, marbles. I would just let them roll around. I was a weird kid. Edit, I was going through my drawer, and I found the same marbles. They're kinda gross. Hey honey, you ever notice sometimes Jessica sounds like a can of spray paint when she comes down the stairs? Received a BJ from my best friend's sister while he slept on an adjacent couch. I stayed over at their house a lot after the first time. I jerked off on a plane. It had internet on it, but they blocked all the porn sites. But they didn't block Facebook. Rookie mistake. American fucking Airlines. Fingered my GF while parents were in the room. I'll bet they could smell something was up. Why's it smell like pussy in here all of a sudden, honey? I don't know. Why don't we ask the kids? Just picturing the look on the dad's face when he says this is hilarious. I did this too. My mum called me out on a hand check, son. This is pussy juice. Ugh, didn't even hide it. Parents were traumatized. There was this girl I had a crush on when I was 13 or 14 that I sat beside in class. She had this habit of biting on her pen. I remember we were joking one day about how gross it was that she bites on her pen because she bit a hole in it and you could see her spit starting to collect in the tube of the pen. About an hour after that I grabbed the pen from her desk, took it to the bathroom, emptied all the saliva from it onto my dick and jerked off using her spit as lube. After I returned the pen to her desk, that is literally the most fucked up thing I ever did sexually. I remember I felt guilty about it for days, having went to Catholic school. You didn't fill the crevice back up with your jizz? Get your shit together, man. Put ice cubes in my butts for fun. You have more than one? Well, we had two dicks, guy. So I guess it was only a matter of time. If they were both homosexual they would have one hell of a time. Smile. Two dick guy is bisexual. Don't give up yet. If I've taken a number 2 at your house or business, I was probably fapping one out. I swear I had a permanent erection in my teens. Reposting my comment from a similar thread about a year ago. I was about 13. I was out fishing in the great outdoors, swimming through the water and fishing in one of these things, so I'm partially under the water. I'd been out there for a while, and I got the urge. Odd, since there's nothing boner-inducing about fishing. Perhaps it was a boredom boner since I wasn't getting any bites. Long story short, I jerked it. I came into the water and the current began to take it. It was no more than 5 or so feet away from me when a fish came up and ate it. I turned a rainbow trout into a cum-guzzling fish whore. Used a plastic sandwich bag as a condom. I once heard a story about 2 people using a Lay's chip bag as a condom. Needless to say, the girl needed medical attention afterwards. Family size or snack size? Should have gone with Pringles, I guess.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily content. Your Mantify.